Hello and welcome to my review on the game Deceive Inc., which is basically a first-person shooter but mixed with another element. And since I like first-person shooters and I like the concept of this game, and I kind of reviewed things like this before, I'm gonna skip my opinion on it. So basically, if you don't know, this game Deceive Inc. is a game where you're first-person shooter, but you have to try to do these like a secret mission because you get disguises and all that, and there's other players. So you gotta try to look for the other players while you do the missions and try not to get caught by the other players. So you gotta kind of disguise yourself and get these points to open these doors and to get, stuff and disguise at certain levels. It's a very hard, I kind of say it's pretty hard to explain, but it's not the most, it kind of is important, but kind of not. But with it, it's a game that, you can, you play, and it can, I would say one thing is it can get boring if you're not playing. From what I've understand, playing solo can get very boring because it's just a lot of kind of running around, not doing much. But I'm guessing if playing with friends, which I haven't done yet, probably is more interesting because it's probably funnier, and then just the trying to escape from not let people know. So you gotta be very careful while playing because you gotta look around, see if anyone's suspicious, and if anyone's suspicious, and then and try not to act suspicious. And it's a very interesting concept. I like the concept because you don't even really have to be good at a first-person shooter really, because it's not that much skill from what I've seen so far. Because I've played only like a few matches. I might have I've lost a few of them, but I actually won one. Like just the last one I had recorded for gameplay for this, I had won, and it really didn't require much skill. I kind of was just running around for a long time. So I don't know how it plays when you play with other people. I don't know how it kind of feels, because there can be multiple people together. I don't know if that's how it works. I'm gonna try it eventually, but basically, the concept of it is very cool. I like it, and it can be very simple if you don't understand it at first. Like I didn't use much of that the rounds I've played, but I've still had a pretty fun time playing it, and it's being pretty fun. It is, it's an interesting style, and if you like first person shooters and you kind of like the idea of it as like a secret agent game where you try and do an objective, because it's not really a full first person shooter. You kind of have to. It's kind of a strategy game mixed with like secret agent type thing with first person shooter. So I mean there is some shooting, but not the most. But there's also many other things with it, like how you can do things as equipment, many things like that. One thing is the game also costs like $15, but right now it was, or at least when this video will get uploaded, it was like free for 24 hours, and you could play it, and I played it, and I don't, and especially because it has a shop and all that, it probably should just be a free game and not, and then have microtransactions like other games like Fortnite, Fall Guys, games like that, Call of Duty, Apex. All those are free games, and then you can, then you buy skins and stuff. So that's one thing that it should have happened. That would make it more fun because it's kind of like Fall Guys in the early stages. Because Fall Guys in the early stages was a $40 game, I'm pretty sure. Then when Epic Games bought it and they turned it into a free-to-play game where it was just microtransactions, which I think, really did help revive the game back from the dead. Because like with Among Us, it cost money, but it was $5, so many people could buy it and free on mobile. That's why it stayed popular for so long and still is pretty popular to this day. Unlike Fall Guys, because Fall Guys just fell off of me like a little after. And this game has the similar type of Fall Guys. I think it's gonna be kind of, and that it's not really that popular like Fall Guys, but it has the same kind of thing. It has the fan base. I feel like it's gonna fall off because of the price. It's costing money. It's gonna be a limited reach because people would think it should be free. But then there's also the thing of it being a basically a game where you have to buy stuff with microtransactions after paying for it. That would make people like not want to continue playing it. And I don't know if it's like that's kind of all I know about the shop part, and I think that part kind of ruins it because I've enjoyed the game so far. I would continue playing it, but if it was free, but it's not free, and when I lose access to the game, I'm not going to be able to play it anymore. And I think that's a big thing. They're trying to do this to get people to buy it, but you don't really enjoy it. I don't think I'm going to spend $15 on a game that should be free. And, you know, I mean, it's a cool concept. It also can be kind of annoying because one thing I'll talk about is the vault terminals. I don't fully understand, but I guess sometimes you go to vault terminals that show on your radar, and then there's no vault terminal. The vault terminals have already been done. I don't get that, but I get when maybe there's not one there and it tries to throw you off. That one happens, and I get that, but when another player's already done it, it should just disappear from your radar instead of you having to go to all of them. I feel like that's a little weird. And I haven't even won the traditional way yet. I only won through the killing everybody, which you can do, but that was kind of, everybody else had died, then the last person just started shooting at me, so I shot them back, and then I didn't even realize. But my opinion on the game is, so far, it's a pretty cool concept. I think it should go free to play eventually, and I think that will really help the game, take off a bit more. And it's a little complicated. Even after the tutorial, I was a little confused about what to do because I don't know if I was really just not paying attention or I just didn't understand it. But I was still kind of confused throughout the match. And it's hard to tell when the AI or bot movement is so sometimes random where you can't even tell if it's a real player or not. That's like you can't shoot anybody until they like are doing circles or something like that. And that's kind of an example, but it's not easy to understand if it's a player or not, and I think that's a big kind of problem. I think but then again, it makes it interesting, right? You're not just gonna go shooting. But is it a disguise mechanic? Is another thing. How quickly it can come back is very. It makes it like easy to get away because you can just quickly redisguise. Someone's shooting at you, just run away or kill them, and then you run and then disguise again, and then you're back in your disguise. And I still don't understand all the mechanics, and I don't understand everything about it, but I'm gonna continue to. But my final opinion on the game so far is it's a fun game, and it has a good chance of kind of succeeding. I think the team modes will succeed more than the solo mode, as I think team, where you kind of work together, will probably be better than solo. But that's just my opinion. But so far, I think God's got to go free to play to have a good chance, and just go through microtransactions. Because I've seen people wearing like skins you have to unlock from paying. Because all the skins you have to unlock from paying. So I think that people are willing to buy stuff. So I think eventually it will go free to play. So I would say to temporarily just hold off on buying it and see trying it during this 24-hour period. If you like it, then buy it. But if you're kind of interested and don't know if you really want to buy it, wait a while, then see if it's gonna go free to play or something like that. Then make your decision. I don't even know if it really the microtransactions are fully, but that's just my opinion, and I think it should, because I think the free to play part and just have microtransactions. But I don't know. But yeah, that's the end of this review here. I hope you guys enjoy it, and I'll see you guys in the next one.